Hey, Coach, Matt Makem, Hudson River Blue. Of course, a good win against a tough side. Your first win against Cincinnati since 2021. So, what do you say about the win? Just a lot of chaos in this game.
Um, Thought we played really, really well in the sense of having a threat on the goal and playing against a top team. We had a lot of the ball. I think I would sort of break the game up into 90 minutes and then God knows what, the 45 minutes after the 90 minutes. It's like a cup game, wasn't it? Extra time. Um, the most pleasing part, as much as we don't want it to happen, is that we showed character to see out the win under pressure. Direct balls, long balls, a lot of set plays, and we'll look at why that happens, and we'll look at how we can have more of a foothold in the game. It's difficult, right? You go 2-0 and then you give away a goal, and then you go 3-1 and you give up a goal when there's 13 minutes, and naturally maybe there's a little bit of anxiety because of what happened at their place. But really, really pleased tonight that we showed the character, because we're going to need that going into playoffs. Those moments happen.
We'll go with Shane and then
Hey, Coach Shane O'Brien from New York. That's two wins in a row now against two of the top teams in the conference after the last minute goal against Inter Miami. How much of a boost did that goal give your team? And gone into the playoffs, how much confidence do you feel now?
Yeah, I think from my time being here and being fortunate enough to be in a team that's won, being a team that's been successful in the sense of back-to-back conference finals, momentum is everything going into playoffs. Ending the season strong, ending the season with a good feeling, having something to hold on to build the group into playoffs was basically what got us the MLS Cup and what got us the conference final. Of course, tactics and all of those things, but at this stage of the season, the teams that go in with momentum are the teams that can advance, and we know that we're in a place where we're in. We're now fighting for position, and there's a lot of top teams playing well at the moment. So for us to go in with a good record against top teams is really important.
I bet. Coach, congrats on the win. There seemed to be moments in the game where your team dominated, and then for whatever reason, it seemed like things weren't quite connecting. Is it something mental? Is it something tactical? It appears to happen in other games as well. What are you seeing out there for these lapses over short periods?
Yeah. I think there's an element, I don't think you can look past we're playing against the Sport Shield champions that are never dead. You watch that, they're a top team. What Pat Noonan has done with that team is they have the quality and the real mastery of Lucho Costa, Orlando, Kubo, and they have the real physical presence of Kevin Kelsey and Santos when he's fit, and they bring Corey Baird, and they've got the central defenders that are giants on set play. They can score in many, many ways, and I think that the game's always going to ebb and flow in that sense. You have to be clinical in your moments, which I thought we were tonight, and you have to defend strong. And we'll look at the two goals. We're disappointed to concede two at home, but it is what it is, right? We'll work through that. So if it is a lapse in mental concentration, if it is fatigue, the one thing I know is this group is the most honest group and hard-working group you're ever going to see in MLS. So they'll figure out how to fix it very, very quickly, because we've just shown solutions all season.
JJ.
Nick, congratulations on the win. This season, both times that you guys have gone on win streaks, it's been after facing Miami. First of all, why is Miami seem to be your catalyst this year? And the second part of the question, compared to 2021, how does this winning streak going into the playoffs feel?
Yeah, I don't think it's post Miami. I think that is probably a coincidence. I think if you look at our team, if you look at MLS, right, across the 5 seasons I've been here, you mostly have one or two teams that are really consistent, and they're in the Supporter Shield race. This year is Miami, Columbus, right? And in the other conference is LA Galaxy, LAFC. Then you have probably 6 or 7 teams that are a little bit streaky and a little bit patchy. And then you have the rest of the teams that just can't really get any momentum, win a few, lose a few, and just can't really get the engine started. And that was us last season, right? We played okay, but we didn't win enough. We drew a load. We lost important games. And the one thing I will say is, if you look across our conference, I think we're the most improved team in the conference from last season. And that's a big statement, but I do think, if you look at the company that we're around, Miami, Columbus, Miami, helps, right? When you go get the world's best player. Columbus were the champions. Cincinnati with the Supporter Shield. So I think what we're finding is that streaky part is what we've got to fix to be in the top two. And for us, it's the aim. It's the we're working at that. We're really trying to strive to be consistent. And I think that the good thing about us this year is we've managed to put enough runs together and play well enough and have the spirit and the character to put the runs at the right time that's pushed us into the place where we are. And fourth place is still available. We want that. So this period does remind me of 21 and 22, but those seasons have gone, right. This team is writing its own chapter, and 3 important games, into 2 important games, into 1, into playoffs. Just got to believe, right? The one thing this team is super hungry.
Thanks.
Robert.
Thank you. Coach Alec House, outside Bro Footy. Last question, I'm sorry that I have to ask it, and I know big results, so I'm sure you don't want to talk about it too much, but I saw you have a conversation with the ref during the stoppage. I was wondering if they gave you any specifics on what had happened or anything you can enlighten us on.
No, the referee, he didn't really give us a lot of detail because he has to go through the processes. So he basically just said that he was entering the protocol and he was entering stage 1. Now, through a little bit of hearsay from the 4th official and the linesman, I think it was something to do with the crowd and the Cincinnati player, but I didn't hear anything, so that's why I went over and asked what it was. There was no more communication because the protocol is to do it that way, and I respect that from the referees. And if there's anything further from MLS or from the referees or whatever, we fully support it because I love the game. We love the game. We want to play. We won. The spirit of the game is more important than anything for everybody.
Coach, congrats on the win. This was Mija Jelenic's first career goal. I believe this is the 3rd game in a row now where we have one of our players score their first career goal. What's the mood in the locker room like, and how do they plan to allow the good times to roll through the playoffs?
The mood is good. I think mood, and there's one thing that I've stressed that James Sands, Keaton Parks, Maxi Morales, Santi Rodriguez, Luis Barraza, these guys bring that real experience from previous MLS seasons. Try to give it to the new guys. Spirit is everything, mood is everything, and when you got a guy that's scoring, is he on 15 now, Alonso Martinez? Crazy, right? He's a winger. Look, we turned into a number 9 and he's on a run. When you got Santi Rodriguez, his numbers are top. You got Maxi that's getting his 100th goal contribution. Added in with guys like Tavon and Micha and all scoring that, for James Sands scoring their first goals. It's good. They're good things. It's good, literally, it's like ingredients for something. But you don't get anything for free. You have to build that as a group. You have to buy in and believe. And we've got some guys in there disappointed that they didn't get in the team and that they're not getting chances. But that's football. Especially in MLS and playoffs, it can come really, really quickly, right? Tavon Gray is a great example in 2021. And Anton Tinnerholm gets injured and you get a guy off the bench, a homegrown, that runs all the way to the final. There's many examples of it. So I'm proud of the group, the guys that are in, the guys that are out, the guys that are scoring. And Matt Freese again, massive save at 2-1. Then we go down the other and get the penalty. This is the spirit and character that a group needs in this moment of the season.
Great. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.